Hello, this is College MGG here, and here I'm talking to you about the modern bans that just happened. Now, I posted on Facebook. I can post a screenshot right here. I said that Bloodbraid Elf was going to get unbanned. I was wrong about that. That was just a random guess. I didn't really know it was going to be unbanned. Of course, I wanted it to be Splinter Twin, but yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that because I really don't think it's going to ever get unbanned because now we have Ancestral Visions, now we have good removal. There's a lot of reasons why I don't think it's going to get unbanned, but here's what got banned, and this is huge news. Gitaxian Probe got banned, Golgari Grave Troll got banned, and I posted this on Facebook. I'll show you the little snippet. This is what I actually guessed was going to get banned. I was right when it comes to what was going to get banned, and this is crazy. So, for one, the big thing about printing a Fatal Pushes is Dredge. I knew Dredge was way too powerful, and when people talked about what needed to go with Dredge, I always thought Golgari Grave Troll. I think that's the engine. Sure, the deck could maybe exist in some capacity without Golgari Grave Troll, but I think it's just like, it's so neutered that the deck, you wouldn't want to play the deck. It's going to be like a 4, 5, 6 turn win. It's just too slow. And I don't feel like Dredge is good for Magic, good for Modern, because you don't want to build a deck that you beat only in the sideboard. In Affinity, we have ways to beat it in the main board. Now we have Fatal Push, now we have Removal, we have Culligan's Command. There's ways to beat it. But with Dredge, it's like, you can't beat it main board. Like, unless you're playing Infect or another linear combo deck, you're not going to beat it main board. All these fairy decks are going to lose to it. And that's not good for promoting their diversity. I was like, I'm going to play on T-Mon in San Antonio coming soon. And I was like, I want to play Grixis Control or I want to play Grixis Delver. Those decks just both lose to Dredge. And now they don't. Like, that Dredge just is very much neutered. If not, it doesn't exist. And now we get to, like, Modern is just going to have a huge switch. We're going to have less unfair decks. But this corresponds directly into my the next card that was banned, right? And I guessed this out of the ballpark, and I was right, and people are very interested in why this happened, and I know exactly why this happened. Gitaxian Probe is banned, and this is a crazy one, because Gitaxian Probe has been around since forever, and it's been incorporated since forever. But here's the thing. For one, Gitaxian Probe, perfect information. Brad Nelson talked about it in his video when he's playing Death Shadow versus Infect in one of the videos. He says that there was a specific game in there where he says the perfect information is what won him that game. If he didn't have the perfect information, he couldn't have won that game the way he did, because he knew that his opponent's Infect hand was just all creatures and he could just plow through them. He said there was no finessing it. It was just, oh, I probably can't go for this kill. And he's like, oh wait, yeah, I can go for this kill. You're dead. And that's interesting to me, that the perfect information aspect of the card. But here's another thing. So, like, Infect played it as a 4-of, Suicide Zoo played it as a 4-of, Delver played it into some context, Storm plays it, but Storm hasn't been around that much. But essentially what the card has done is, in unfair decks that don't care about their life total, it is a perfect information card, a redraw, a fuel for Delve, and a pain source. So it just does all this stuff. It fuels your graveyard. Like, when I was playing Infect, which I played it at GP Dallas 2016, I didn't do very well with the deck, but I did win for GP buys. I got 2 GP buys at that event. My hands that had the most Gitaxian Probes probably had the highest win percentage. And I don't know if I didn't mark it down, I didn't do anything like that, but every time, if I had a hand with 2, 3, 4 Gitaxian Probes, in my mind, I won that game. Because from then on, my Become Immenses were 1 mana, and I had perfect information. So that's just way too powerful. Now the Gitaxian Probe's gone, the Infect deck's going to be weakened. It's going to still exist in some context, but with Fatal Push also coming out, that deck's going to be kept in check. Suicide Zoo could be dead. I'm not 100% sure. It could be dead. But Fatal Push is just a very strong card, so now we have these crazy broken decks that are fast and combo-y. So you got Dredge, gone. Great. The big thing that's holding all the control back, Dredge, is gone. Then you got Infect, gone. The Kill Fiend deck, or Infect not gone, but I'm saying gone from the tier 1. Like, it's neutered. Kill Fiend deck, weakened, if not gone, because Fatal Push and Gitaxian Probe. Death Shadow gone, maybe completely gone, but definitely neutered. And now you have fair decks. Now there's fair decks that can exist. I feel like Ancestral Visions is going to have an upturn. I feel like Control decks are going to have an upturn. I feel like Tron's better now. I feel like Banto Drazi is great now. The format is going to be vastly different than before, and I really am excited about it. I really think these changes are good, and I really think that we're going to see a lot of really interesting Modern tournaments coming soon after this ban list happens. And I really want to hear your thoughts about the whole thing, and I can't believe that I guessed what this was going to be. I'm excited about me being right about this, because Gitaxian Probe was fundamentally broken. Redraws free mana, Phyrexian mana. It's like the other Phyrexian mana cards, but it's the greatest offense, the greatest aggressor of the rule of color pie magic and unfairness. Drawing a card, it's just a free cantrip. Your deck's at 56 cards. You have 4 spots that just replace themselves and give you perfect information and Field Delve. Too much. And paint yourself. But and then Golgari Grave Troll, I don't think Dredge will exist in a large enough capacity anymore. I don't think people have to be afraid of the menace anymore. And also, I feel like Dredge was bad for the format in general. I think it was just a bad card for Magic. Unless we get to a point in Magic where we have cards like Culligan's Command that do several different things that you want to do anyway, but also hurt Dredge. Like, imagine if there was a spell, it was like a 2-mana command that was like, do 2 damage to target creature, or exile target enchantment, or exile all cards in a player's graveyard. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it destroys an enchantment, it destroys a creature, and it destroys someone's graveyard. And it's just like, I'll play it for the first 2, but if it gets the 3rd one, then it's main board Dredge hate. If we got to a point where we had cards like that that people could main deck that could also hate out these strategies, then we could have a deck like Dredge. But right now we don't have enough answers, they don't line up. But none of that's a problem anymore, and Modern's gonna be crazy different. We have Fatal Push now. We have all these crazy cards from Wraith to Revolt. We got Gitaxian Probe BANNED. We got Golgari Grave Troll BANNED. I'm gonna tell you something though before I leave. I had Dredge. I had the deck built. I traded it off. I was like, I don't know. I traded it to a GP at GP Dallas. I had Infect. I played that deck at GP Dallas. I sold that deck on eBay. And I used all the money I made, and I bought into Snapcasters, I bought into Tarns, I bought into Polluted Deltas, I bought into Control decks, and I'm probably the luckiest guy in the world right now. Because now I'm in the colors that might be the new best in Modern, or close to it. And I just sold out of 2 decks that got nerfed really bad. So, yeah. That's just I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good on my speculation ability and my Magic ability to anticipate things. Anyways, I hope you like the enough raising my ego. I don't know. I'm need to be a little bit more modest. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is College Engine G. I'll see you next time.